Volume 53, A King's Disposition. So this is definitely one of Oda's craziest works, but it does tie in at the end. So anyway, so last we saw our crew, everyone was fighting and Zoro disappeared from the panda guy. So everyone's trying to run and escape and it's bad. Everyone's getting beat up and the panda guy is taking out people one by one. Not just Zoro, he gets Sanji, he gets everybody. It's kind of like, is it Infinity War? When everyone disappears. The snap. So everybody's gone and Luffy's the last one. I couldn't save any of them. He's very sad. He couldn't save his crew. So even he gets zapped and it says the times are about to become as rough as the seas. As if it hasn't already been bad. So like they said, when you get touched by his paw, you fly for 3 days, but they don't know where. So Luffy's flying away. Zoro, Nami, Usopp, Sanji, Chopper, Robin, Frankie, Brooke. Where is everybody? So he's flying and he even can sleep while he's flying. And he ends up at this island where it's all women. So they're kind of like the Amazon women. And there's no men born on the island. And if they do come, they are pretty much executed. So they try to hide Luffy because it's against the rules, but then their queen shows up. She still finds out about Luffy. But before she gets back, she runs in. I'm not sure who this guy is, but she's being summoned because it turns out she's one of the warlords of the sea. And her power is she can turn people to stone like Medusa. She doesn't want to report, but he's saying please, and she doesn't want to do it. So she goes back. She's not very nice. The first time you see her, she kicks a kitten. She's very pampered and she's in the palace. She's very mean to this old lady who used to be the queen. Yeah, she needs some character development. These are her sisters. They also have fruit powers. They ate the snake fruit, different kinds of snakes. And the rule is you can't be in the palace when they're bathing because apparently they have Medusa's eyes on their back. But it's a lie. There's another reason. So Luffy falls in and he sees what's on her back, which is punishable by death. And she tries to use her powers on him. Does not work. He's not thinking about her in any sort of way. Tries it again, doesn't work. So since he did the unforgivable, he is thrown into the arena. He has to fight a panther. He takes it out in one hit. And then she turns the girls who try to save him into stone, and Luffy loses it because he's very loyal to his friends. People are kind to him. So she turns him to stone and everyone's like, oh, it's the queen. And Luffy goes, that woman turned your friends to stone. So why are you all laughing like nothing happened? The true friend through and through. So the sisters get in and they start fighting. They are very creepy. And even when they're stones, Luffy's trying to protect his friends because he has a feeling that they can be turned back. And then he does some tricky thing where he makes fire happen, and so he's not holding back now. He burns their clothes, and then he's like grabbing onto her back. So he's saying, I'm covering up what's on your back. I'm doing you a favor. So they end it. They make everyone evacuate so they don't see the eyes on her back. And then it turns out it's not. But anyway, the battle is finished and he goes, okay, turn my friends back from being stone. And she goes, okay, well, I'll give you an ultimatum. Either you can have my ship or I'll turn them back. So you can leave or save your friends. And without hesitating, okay, thanks. Go ahead and turn them back without even thinking of helping himself. So So they're shocked by his goodness. And then turns out the old lady reads the newspaper and learns that Ace is going to be executed. So he's got to get back. He's got to save his big brother. And so he says sorry to his crew. They're going to have to wait a little longer because he has to go save his brother. Then at the end, in a strange turn of events, we find out that the queen has fallen in love with Luffy. I knew one of them was going to, because with this island of women who have never seen men, I had a feeling one of them. But it turns out it's the mean queen. So we'll see. Maybe this will soften her heart. I just wanted to know, I took a screenshot of this SBS because Oda's talking about how he caught up to Dragon Ball, and I guess the final chapter was 519. And he makes a comment here. He says, I want to wrap up One Piece soon, but I don't want to abandon the story until I've tied up all the loose ends. So this is back in 53, and we've still got a ways to go, so he hasn't finished the story yet. And I forgot something very important. The whole reason why this is called a King's Disposition is during the battle, Luffy yells really loud, and it shows that he has power. And they call him a king in the making, so foreshadowing for later.